Hi everybody, I'm Christina, and today I'm going to be taking you through an intro to yoga flow. So this class is designed for beginners or maybe people who are new to vinyasa or ashtanga yoga, and you want to get a class in that's just like a little bit slower, maybe some more modifications, and really learn how to connect your breath to your movement so that when you're in a class or you're in a studio, you can feel more comfortable on your mat. So the idea behind a yoga flow is really just moving with your breath and connecting one asana to the other. So what we're going to be thinking about today on the mat is inhaling to expand and exhaling when we contract or we fold over, things like this. So you don't need any props to get started, but as always, I invite you to bring some pillows or blankets or blocks if you have them, just to support you, maybe to put under your knees if you need. And if all this sounds good to you, we'll go ahead and get started right away in a nice, comfortable seated position. So let's go ahead and make our way to the mat. I want you to bring both sit bones evenly into the ground underneath you. And you can bring your hands to your knees, to your center, whatever feels good. So find a nice flat spine. Maybe we close our eyes here. And I just want you to take a moment to notice your breath. So without changing anything, just listen to those inhales and those exhales wherever you are. The first thing we're going to do here is just try to slow down your inhales and your exhales. So elongate your inhales and elongate your exhales. If all that feels good for you, we can try to inhale and exhale through our nose. So trying to breathe through our mouth as little as possible, and ideally not at all. Let's really start to bring that breath into your belly. So maybe you can bring one hand to your stomach and one hand to your heart here. And we can just feel how the breath flows all the way down into that diaphragm. Big, deep inhale and big exhales. Good. Maybe we drop our hands back to our knees. If it feels comfortable for you, you can keep those eyes closed. And I want you to just bow your chin to your chest. We're going to take half circles here, leaning one way and then the other way. So just stretching out through that neck. And then we're going to start our circles. So if you have the mobility, go ahead and start to take circles with your neck. And even here, we'll start to match our movements to our breath. So we exhale to come down and around. And we inhale to look up and through the other side. Let's go ahead and change directions of our circle. So if you were going one way, just start to go the other way. And connecting our breath to our movement. Awesome job. Let's come back to center. Maybe we slowly bat those eyes open. We're going to come to meet in a tabletop position. So go ahead and bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Your knees are in line with your hips. And right here, your back is flat. We're going to inhale to drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. Big exhale, round and curve. So everybody moves at your own pace. And we're moving with our inhales and our exhales. So the movement kind of waits for the breath and vice versa. If it feels good to you, we could start to take circles with our shoulders, with our hips, dancing lion here. Just getting out any tension or anything that feels a little weird here, letting it go. Doesn't matter what you look like, it just matters what you feel like. And when you're ready, we'll come back to a neutral table. Let's go ahead and thread the needle. So we're gonna inhale to lift that left arm up. Exhale, we drop that left shoulder to the mat. You can keep your right hand where it is, or on a big inhale, bring that right arm up. And maybe we exhale to twist a little bit more and wrap that right arm around us. So wherever you are, taking a second to notice how you feel. Slowing down the breath to be present today. One more big cycle of breath before we come back to our tabletop. Inhale that left arm up again. Exhale, it comes back down, neutral table. Let's take it over to the other side. So we inhale that right arm up. Exhale, we twist and drop that right shoulder to the ground, right ear to the ground. Maybe we inhale and lift that arm up. Exhale to twist and bring that left arm behind us. Relaxing into it here. Feeling that stretch in the outside of your right shoulder that's down on the ground. We'll take one more big cycle of breath here. Not rushing through it today. And inhale to come up, press that left hand into the mat and bring that right arm up. Coming back to a neutral table. Awesome. Let's go ahead and tuck those toes under. Bring those hands out a little bit more in front of you, and we're going to make our way to a downward facing dog. So your chest is reaching towards your thigh, you're pressing evenly into both hands, and you're trying to get those heels to touch the mat. Breathing here. Maybe we pedal out the legs, dropping one knee, dropping the other. Finding a posture that works for you today. Good. Let's go ahead and look forward. Maybe we bend the knees. Maybe we tiptoe to the front of the mat, coming into our first forward fold. So big exhale here. Let's bring our hands behind our legs and we'll curve inward, looking towards your thighs if you can. Bend those knees as generously as you need to. We'll just take one big cycle of breath here. Before releasing those hands, we're going to inhale to a halfway lift, flat back position, looking forward. Exhale, we drop everything and release. Let's take a ragdoll here. Maybe you let your hands go. Maybe we bounce side to side. Maybe we grip opposite elbow, opposite hand. Letting everything go. Then on your next big inhale, we're going to slowly come up vertebrae by vertebrae. Big inhale here. And those arms come all the way up above your head and down by your side. So coming to a Tadasana at the front of your mat. Your feet can be together or hip width distance apart. We're going to inhale those arms up. Exhale to hinge at the hips. Come forward. Inhale, we halfway lift, flat back position, looking forward. Exhale, we'll drop those hands down. We're going to bring our left foot back behind us, drop onto that back left knee, and coming into our low lunge. We're going to inhale to lift the torso, lift the arms, look forward. Drop those hips, lift that chest, relax those shoulders, bring that gaze forward. You got this. On your next exhale, we're going to drop those hands down, tuck those back toes under, press into their hand, find your plank here. So flat back position, bringing those heels back, looking a little bit in front of your hands. Maybe we drop to the knees or stay in your plank. We're going to take a vinyasa. So lowering down on an exhale. And we inhale to come up, cobra or upward facing dog. Our exhale brings us down to come up, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 cycles of breath here. Find stillness if you can. Your hips are reaching up high, your heels are pressing down, and you're pressing evenly into both hands. Good. Let's look forward. We can walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, we round and curve. And inhale, we're going to reach all the way up, looking up. Exhale, we drop those hands down to Tadasana at the front of the mat. We were here before. So your feet are hip width distance apart or glued together. We're going to inhale those arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, swan dive those hands back. And let's inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, we plant those palms down, bring that right foot back. Drop onto that back right knee, untuck those toes. Big inhale to come up, low lunge. So we're lifting through our torso, pressing down into our hips. Looking forward, relax those shoulders. Breathing here. Your next exhale is going to take you down. Tuck those right back toes. Bring that left foot to meet the right. Plank. We can stay and hold here or drop down onto our knees. We're going to take a vinyasa. So exhale, we drop down. Inhale, we come up into our back bend. And then we're going to come back. Everybody is meeting in downward facing dog. Noticing how you feel here. Breathing in and out through your nose, inviting a little bit of heat. We're going to look forward, step, jump, or hop to the front of the mat. Exhale deeply into your forward fold before we inhale to our flat back position, halfway lift. Exhale again, we round and fold. And your inhale is going to bring you all the way back up. Arms come up overhead, looking forward. Exhale, those hands come down. Nice. Let's do it again. Inhale, those arms come up. Exhale, we hinge at the hips, come forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, we drop those palms, bring that leg back behind you. You can stay up on that knee if you want some strength and power, or drop down on that back left knee. Untuck those toes. Inhale up to your lunge. So high lunge or low lunge here. Breathing, lifting through that torso, looking forward, strong legs. Exhale, we're going to bring that left hand down and we're going to reach up with your right arm. So coming into a twist here. Twisting a little bit deeper on every exhale. Let's go ahead and drop that right hand down. We're going to tuck those back left toes. Lift up on that back knee and we'll come into a plank position. You can take a vinyasa here or we'll meet in downward facing dog. So same as before. Exhale to come down. Inhale to come to your back bend, cobra or upward facing. And then we're all meeting in downward facing dog. Good. From here, let's take it right over to the other side. Lifting that left foot, bringing that left foot in between your hands, dropping down on that back right knee, or staying lifted if you want some strength. We're gonna come inhale, high lunge or low lunge, pressing those hips down, reaching that torso up. We look forward. Good. We're gonna exhale to bring that right hand down to the mat, twisting open to the left side. So your left arm is lifted above you. Look up to that left hand if you can. And exhale, we drop down. Tuck those toes under, make your way to a plank. Take an optional vinyasa, moving with your breath. Just kind of observing how you feel, no judgment here. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Awesome work. Let's go ahead and drop down onto your knees. Bring those big toes to touch and those knees out wide. You want to sit onto your heels and then drop your chest forward. Your arms can come out above your head, and then your forehead is going to drop to the mat. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Do you notice anything different now compared to when we started class? Good. We can go ahead and slither onto our stomachs, bringing those forearms to the mat at your side, pressing into those hands, pressing into that pelvis, pressing into the backs of your feet, and we're going to inhale to look forward, Sphinx position. Exhale, we drop the head down. Awesome job. Let's come back up to a tabletop. We'll kick those feet out in front of us. And we're going to take a forward fold here on the mat. So I like to start with my legs bent so that I can get this contact between my thighs and my stomach. And I'm going to bring my peace fingers to my big toes. Looking forward, inhaling to come nice and tall. Exhale to fold while I walk my feet out in front of me. I never want to release that contact that I have between my belly and my thighs. And so if I have to keep my knees bent, I'll keep my knees bent here. And little by little, you want to try to walk those heels forward and come to your forward fold, stretching through those hamstrings. Big inhale, let's come back up. Good. We can rest onto those hands. We're going to come to lie on our backs. Go ahead and feel your lower back fully supported on the mat. You're going to bring your feet out in front of you so that your middle finger can touch the back of your heel. We're going to set up for a bridge pose. So on a big inhale, you're going to push into your hands. Inhale to lift those hips. Breathe here. Maybe we interlace those hands behind us and tuck those shoulders under. Raise those hips a little bit higher. Push into your feet, push into your hands. Look up to the ceiling. One more cycle of breath here. You got it. And when you're ready, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming down. We'll hug those knees into our chest, maybe rocking left, rocking right, getting a little massage in our lower back. And we'll go ahead and take a supine twist. So you can drop these knees over to the left side. Maybe bring your left hand on top of your thigh. And we're going to raise that right arm high and drop the shoulder over to the right side, looking over to your right shoulder. You can come to this little T or L position that I'm in here because the wall, or you can stretch that arm out as much as it can go. The idea is a twist here. So every exhale, you twist a little bit deeper. And you're trying to get both shoulders nicely onto the mat. One more big breath to relax into this posture before we come up on an inhale, back to center. And we're going to switch to the opposite side. So you're going to bring your knees over to the right. Your right arm can rest on top of your thighs. We're going to raise that left arm high, dropping that left arm over to the left side, looking over your left shoulder. So you're twisting here. Every exhale will bring you a little bit deeper. Try to get those shoulders to the mat. Releasing any tension, maybe in your jaw or your forehead. Big inhale to bring yourself back to center. We'll take one last active posture before Savasana. We're going to come to a happy baby. So open those knees wide. You can bring your arms in between your legs and you're going to grab onto your feet. You can kick that left leg up, then that right, opening up through your hips. Just a little bit more, rocking left, rocking right. That lower back stays on the mat. That pelvis is pushing down and out in front of you. So you don't want to be lifted. You want to be down on your mat here. Focus on opening through your thighs. Maybe you straighten one leg and then the other. Maybe you straighten both legs. Just play with it here. Have fun. And when you're ready, we can come to our final resting posture. All the work we did in today's class was for this moment. You could go ahead and release your breath, coming to a natural breath for you. We take up space here on the mat. Start to feel your body supported on the ground, the mat. You can close your eyes here. If you have the time, I invite you to stay here for a little while. I will leave you here. Thank you so much for joining me on this Intro to Yoga flow, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.